running the show. Building up the next wave. Ready, set, let's go.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Talent Tool Shed with, of course, Plumber Dunk. And we've got a very famous name, Dunks, in Australian cycling.
Yes, we
Synonymous.
do this week. We've got a famous Rogers family, one of the young fellas of, what's your dad? Pete. The son of Pete, yeah. Pete Rogers. I spent a lot of time with Pete and all three of the brothers. So I'm really looking forward to this one, Dan.
Well, Cam, no offense, mate, but shit, you sound a lot like your Uncle Mick, and you bloody look like him too. Defined jaw, time trialist. Mate, you come from good paddock.
Yeah, I get it all the time. There's everyone I talk to in Europe, they're like, they say I look like him on the bike as well. Everything I do, it looks like him and sounds like him. Apparently, that's all I get.
Are you going for 4 world titles like your uncle?
I gotta go for more. I reckon that's
that's what I reckon.
So,
Yeah.
mate, give us a bit of insight for people that are hearing about your journey for the first time. You've obviously been in the system in terms of development teams for this is your 4th season now. What's that process been like for yourself?
So, well, I mean, I'm 4th year under 23 at the moment, but so I've used up all my years. I've been a bit of a slower one to go pro in this age where everyone's going pro at like bloody 16 years old, and it's just been going through the process. My first year under 23, I was in Lotto Destiny development team, just coming out of under 19s. I got thrown into that team, and I lived a year in Belgium, which was it was a rough year. Wasn't a huge fan of Belgium at all. And then I had a bit of bad luck in that year with a knee surgery that I had to get through, and I ended up not racing at all the entire year. I did one race in China at the end of the year, and that's where it ended.
Where are you currently living now?
Currently, I'm in Spain. That's where I am at the moment, just in Girona. That's
in
where
Girona.
my place is. Yeah,
big cycling
sort of base.
It's a cycling hub there, isn't it? Of Australians.
Mate, you can't leave the house. Can't leave the house without running into a million cyclists.
What's next for you next year? Are you looking at the big deal from things? You still got to get results, or what's your plan then if you're in your last year of under 23s?
Yeah, I mean, because I've used up all 4 of them. This year is a big year. I had to really lock in and focus for this year, get some results. It's been a good year so far. Fortunately for me, I've had a couple wins and really solid races. While also just trying to dodge sickness and all that sort of stuff and injury. Touch wood, it's going well so far. So yeah, I knew that I had to get a pro contract offer by next year. Otherwise, it's going to be real tough to keep going. But yeah, it's going well so far, and we're having good luck with it. And I've got my manager Dave he's in Arc Sports. Have you guys heard of that?
Is that Dave?
He's Dave Tanner.
Yeah, he's one of my best mates, Dave, and we'll have him on the show really soon, actually. Which is good.
Sounds good. Yeah, no, he's putting in the work and doing a good job for me. So no, it's been a really good year so far.
Yeah.
And just for background for the people listening, obviously we can see on the video you're wearing the Ineos Grenadiers Racing Academy shirt, but you had 2 years with Lidl Trek Future Racing Academy in 2004, 2005. You've gone across to Ineos. What's for insight for the young generation wanting to break through and just get that opportunity to get on a development squad? Is there anything that you can pass on for those guys to sort of break through that next step? And then what is it like? Because no one can talk to that system better than yourself with the history that you've had.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, as you said, after that first year in Lotto, I then went to Trek after that, and it's tough because you just need to do something incredible to get onto one of these European Devo teams, like one of the like one of these bigger teams. Like there was some good examples. I mean, I kind of came into it from under 19. I had a solid under 19 year, and that's how I got onto Lotto. And then because I'd kind of been in the system a little bit, it's easier to stay in there. But there's a lot of guys I know struggle, especially when they hit under 23s and they're in the kind of like Conti teams sort of thing, or club teams even. It's hard to get spotted by the bigger Devo teams. And a good example is like Jack Ward. He joined Lidl Trek when I was on there, just off crazy performances in Australia. He had good numbers. I suggest getting a SRAM power meter because then you get a little bit of boosted numbers that the teams can see.
There's a little cheat for
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah.
That's
Get one
handy
And then
info.
myself.
and then just like the results. I mean, the whole cycling world is just who you know a lot of the time. So whenever you're at races, just talk to people really as well. That's also my another tip. But
Given
yeah,
given your voice is so close to your Uncle Mick, you could impersonate him and get on the phone and say, "G'day, Mick Rogers here. Look,
yeah,
I just want to talk about my nephew Cam. He's lighting it up." I'd be doing that. You got to do
can
what
do.
ever it takes, mate.
Yeah, yeah. I
Or
almost
I'm
had to
making
use that last year.
or I'm making a comeback.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. But we had Connor Wright on last week. He was a breath of fresh
Mm,
air because when he
mm,
gave us the insight about how those teams to get to that next level, they also have got a bit of a no dickhead policy and how
mm.
you integrate and work well as a teammate. Is that one thing you've noticed across this sort of 3.5 year journey to date?
100%. And to be honest, I was not a like professional kid. It took me a while to integrate. Coming from Australia, we have such a different racing kind of schedule throughout the year. We just had our what it was NRS sort of stuff back then, um, and it's so different that I came over and I was not professional at all. I didn't know how to work with a team. I didn't know how to be on time. I was always late to everything. I was a shit
Well,
kid to work with,
yeah,
I'm sure.
that that's exactly what this show's about. Exactly what you
Mm,
said there. It's just trying to educate the young cyclists coming through to say that
mm,
it's the end of the day. It's not a game anymore. They're getting them so young. You just have to be absolutely A1 in so many areas. Is all we
mm,
seem to hear. And
yeah.
that's really good there. What you said there, Cam. It's
Mm,
that's what this show's about. One,
mm,
get exposure for yourself and help the younger generation coming through. That's good.
yeah. Yeah.
But
I
is
mean,
is there a line though, Cam, where you go? You're at the stage now where if you are getting results or think that you deserve an opportunity, how do you bridge that without burning the bridge? You know, how do you sort of push back at times,
in terms of just getting in contact with a team, you mean, sort of thing,
or
after getting
even getting
results, or
opportunities? Because there would be a scenario if you're a foreigner and you're on a team
mm,
that might look at a race and it's split, and they might, if
mm,
it's a Belgie team, they go, well, let's ride for the Belgie. How do you
mm,
how do you deal with situations where you go, hang on, this is, and as you said, if you don't get results or you don't do something,
mm,
that for me would be the hardest thing to juggle. Where you go, shit,
mm.
do I do what the team want, or how can I frame this so that I know I'm going good, I know I can do something in this race? Are those the
Yeah,
moments that are the trickiest?
this is
That
is
that
something that I struggled with a little bit in the two teams prior, Lotto and Trek. I was kind of because I wasn't perfect and because I wasn't the top guy, they were kind of just using me up, and I wasn't able to get my own results very often. Wasn't able to go for myself. And there's a tendency when that's the case to just go stuff them. I'm gonna ride for myself anyway, and just try to get my own results. But I think that
You
that
just
does more
that's
damage than
tough. Yeah,
yeah,
that
You
yeah,
want
can
to
be.
win.
does more
Uh,
damage than good. Yeah, that the guy better win is the
Yeah.
thing that you're working for. And
mm,
I did it. Like I full gas went for it. And I'm not gonna say don't work for your team, because that will burn the bridge quicker than anything. If you're just I also rode with guys who refused to work for teammates, and they were out of there quicker than anything. But you do need to take opportunities when you get them. Like there will become a time where it's your opportunity. You'll get in a breakaway or something like that when you're meant to be a
mm,
worker, um, and you just have to fully
yeah,
take it.
yeah.
So
Just back.
yeah, I
Yeah,
was
that's
I
such
was
a
lucky.
difficult. Yeah, it's difficult,
Mm,
that situation, because
yeah,
if you back yourself, really back yourself, there's a big chance you're going to get a result. But
yeah, yeah,
you are
yeah,
held back. You are held
yeah,
back. Yeah, I get it.
yeah, yeah.
So you're saying you were lucky? What was the example
I
you're going
was
to use?
lucky. So I know how common it is. This used to happen to me in every race. I used to think, oh, I could win this race. I used to know that I could win races, but I wasn't able to get the team on my side, and yeah, have other guys work for me instead of the other way around. And I was lucky that I was solid at time trials and prologues and stuff, because that's something where it's so individual. You can just
Mm,
obviously you can just go all for yourself, and that's where a lot of my results kind of came from. I won a prologue in 2024 and beat Ganna, and that was
Yeah,
a big
wow.
kind of big break for me, kind of thing. Like put my name there in front of people, and showed them that yeah, I have the power to beat even world tour guys.
What we
should
know
Um,
you're.
update your Instagram profile pic straight away, mate.
Yeah.
straight away, yeah. Day after it was me putting my hands in the air. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so everyone knows you're a time trialer. What other areas are your big strengths in cycling? You're a tour rider. Are you one day? Are you stage team
You're not a
lead
dickhead.
out man? Not a dickhead.
Yeah, I'm trying on that last one. No,
Yeah,
I'd say everything. This is kind of how we're going to teams at the moment, the world tour teams, and how I'm kind of presenting myself. And my case is I'm a bit of a blank canvas. I don't have a full exact specialty yet. I obviously have
mm,
the genes for time trial, and for even shorter time trials, prologues, and that 4 minute power kind of stuff really suits well to me, and I've got that naturally. But then that can fit into so many different things. That can fit into if there's a
the
short
tour,
berg,
a
if there's
rider.
a short berg at the end of a classics day, that power can easily get me through that. Then I
Yeah.
have good repeatability, and I have pretty solid sprint numbers. So it's a I don't have a full response to your question, because I can do a little bit of everything, except I don't like long climbs. That's for sure.
Yeah, but don't tell them that. Let them work it out.
I love them. I mean, I love them.
Who does?
What
Yeah.
what you're saying is interesting, because then does it get strategic where if you are very calculated with the research, I'm sure Tanner's
Mm,
across it, you
mm,
then try and find a team that is looking for someone that you can really
yeah.
connect those dots so that you're
Yeah.
ahead of the game, and you're not just going out to the market, you're strategically picking teams, because you see it as well. If someone has really good numbers and they're like touted as the next best thing, or super talent, they go into a
Mm,
team that might not be the right fit, and there's so many different variables that you've got to juggle. Whereas if you
mm,
find that connection, you can really
mm.
pinpoint what that value proposition is for yourself.
Yeah, definitely. No, there's definitely right teams and wrong teams for certain riders. Like there's a few teams that I can name that I wouldn't work well in. I know just off the way that they operate and the way how probably strict they are because I'm a bit more of a laid back kind of guy. I'm very chill, so it would have to be a team that can work with that and work well with me. And when you when your name's out there enough and teams know what you can do and that sort of stuff, a lot of the time a team will come to you and say, "We want you, we want your rider, and we think we can turn you into this," and you kind
Mm.
of create a plan together, sort of thing, instead of just, "Oh yeah, we'll take you." And then that can, a lot of the time, yeah, as he said, you see a rider go to the wrong team and it doesn't work for them. Whereas if they went to maybe a smaller name team, they could have been a lot better off and grown much quicker. So yeah, we're being very cautious of that, going to a good team that can grow me into the rider that I want to be in the future, because that's how a career is, I guess. It's not you you can your first few years pro, actually you're going to look back in however long your career is and look, it was, those were just your growth years. They don't matter too much. The contract isn't too crazy. It's just how well you can, yeah, keep stepping up, keep the trajectory going upwards.
Mm.
Yeah.
And what coming up? Like we know you got the Baby Giro this week. I think it starts on the weekend or whatever. You've got. Are you? What are your goals? Is it World Championships this year under 23 Pine Trail and road race?
Mm.
Is it? What are you looking at coming up, Cam? I nearly called you Mick then.
There's a yeah. I mean, so Giro has been I've never been selected before. When I was with Trek and the other teams, and it was always a race that I looked kind of forward to and wanted to do. So I'm happy that I'm doing it this year.
Mm,
It's the goals this year. Giro is one of them,
yeah,
and like I think I can do well. A lot of this, I've looked over all the stages. A lot of them suit me. Then there's the time trial on the final day. It's a little bit hilly, but I think if paced well, we can do it right. And I've worked with Ineos closely to get ready for that. So we're really looking forward to it. But goals, definitely definitely worlds. I that
yeah.
TT in Montreal, I've looked at that as well already, the whole course, and it, yeah, I have I don't know, a good feeling about it. I need to get on the Oz team first. I'm not actually, they haven't selected me the past couple of years, but this year, yeah, I need to get on the team, and then I believe I've got a really good chance, and it's also one of the
Mm,
goals for the year.
yeah,
Um,
fantastic.
yeah,
That's
so.
easily solved, mate. One phone call. Yeah, g'day, it's Mick Rogers here.
Yeah.
You get away with it, mate. We'll be able to facilitate. We'll get you some numbers. Just
Uh,
if it goes to custard, you didn't hear anything,
Yeah. Mate,
even though we're
I
put on
don't,
the
I don't,
podcast.
I don't think that is Brad McGee still a selector now? No, he's gone, isn't he? He's not
I'm not
selecting
sure.
anymore. Yeah,
Not sure.
I'm pretty sure your brothers were pretty
We'll
close to
we'll
him. You could have
we'll find
poked
out the
that one
right
out,
people to
the
butter
old
up
Macca.
to. Don't we? What sort of advice? Obviously, we joke about it when we talk about your family name and the history in the
Mm,
Australian sport, but that can obviously be to your advantage if you're picking their brains. Have you had any good
mm,
advice over the years from either your uncles or your dad, or your mum was a writer as well?
mm. Yeah, the whole
What?
family was full on athletes. Um, but yeah, I mean, always when I talk to Mick, obviously Mick went the furthest of the three. The other guys were bloody quitters. But he he lives here, which has been awesome. So he lives in like near Switzerland, so I spent a lot of time there. And whenever I go there, it's kind of crazy how much he knows. Like when I enter his world, the world feels a bit different. He feels so connected. He's always like, yeah, I'm on a call. I'm going to call this person, going to call this team manager, talking to the UCI. Like he just knows everyone, and that's kind of what he showed me, is how much of a connected world it is. I'd say that's the biggest thing I've learnt from Mick. Yeah, is just how important it is to know people.
Yeah, it is. It's very, yeah.
Mm,
I've spoken to a few people recently about this, and
mm,
you've got to put yourself out there and actually reach out to the people out there to,
yeah, mm,
and get connected. It's
yeah, yeah. No, yeah, you got to force
it's
yourself to be extroverted a bit. And I'm not naturally. I'm not a big, huge extrovert. And Mick always tells me he was the same when we first came into the sport.
He
He wasn't,
was.
but then he just learnt to he just learnt to talk to people. And that's kind of how he's got a million contacts in his phone book. But yeah, apart from that, he's one of the wisest guys in the sport. I think every single person in the sport looks up to him
Mm,
as someone who could manage the entire team. Like
mm,
he could manage any section of the sport effortlessly, just because of the knowledge he has and what he's been through.
mm,
And also, what impressed me about your uncle is like how he could reinvent himself almost. Like the
Mm,
results he got towards the back end of his career. Like I remember being at
mm,
Giros where he was winning stages, and same with the Tour de France, and just
yep,
being able to shift and adapt to any situation, any team environment.
yep,
Bloody impressive. Like
mm,
as you
yeah,
said,
multiple roles. He's incredible in the end. He's incredible bike rider, Mick. Always had a
mm,
massive engine.
yeah,
and
yeah,
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 he's,
bef- before we let you go, mate, like is one of the other things that teams are or managers sort of saying that part of this process is, as you said, networking, but getting discovered. So they
mm,
saying like you need to be more active on social media, or you need to post stuff
mm,
that creates that wow factor. Because as you said, if you're not naturally an extroverted person and you're not always on your socials looking at who's liked your bloody posts, that must be a challenging process to try and fit that mold.
yeah. I mean, yeah, everyone kind of knows how important it is, social media at the moment. Like if you can make good reels or whatever, good TikToks, then you can easily get your name out there as well.
mm,
I'd utilize every single way. I don't post enough, to be honest, when I'm
Mm.
on Instagram, that sort of stuff. So
no,
utilize everything, I say.
Dan will pop your Instagram up on the pod, and we'll get your name out there, mate.
Oh, lovely,
Chuck a
Yeah,
few
mate.
lovely.
reels out there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
good.
If you need help with AI, mate, we can bust out a few songs. Like we've got Plumber Dunk. If you need to follow the plumber on Instagram, is that the right handle, Dunks? Plumber
Yeah,
underscore Dunk.
that'll do, mate. I'm not right into that either, there, Cam. So,
Yeah,
but
Make
but
some
no,
reels.
what's your Instagram handle? Do you know? Or we've got to dig a bit
Uh,
deeper.
yeah. Well, it's actually. Do I remember it? Shit.
we're gonna have to dig deeper, mate.
We'll dig deeper.
We'll dig deep,
It's
mate.
fine.
And we'll
We'll sort that out, mate.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure
sounds good.
It's
Mr.
just
Computer's here.
any inquiries, go to his social media manager. That is at plumber underscore dunk
Yep.
on Instagram. And we'll get it sorted for you, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, well, obviously you've got a big period coming up. You've
Mm,
earned your stripes. You've earned the opportunity to compete in the Giro, mate, and that's obviously a big one. That's where
Yeah.
the world is watching. But from the chat today, you've got a good head on your shoulders. You've got a good engine. You got good support. You obviously, as we said, you're not a dickhead. So hopefully we can see you get that opportunity and get some great results at the Giro, mate.
Yeah.
cheers,
Definitely
guys.
one to
Yeah,
follow.
lovely to meet you, mate. And it's good to it's good because I do know all the boys, and
Mm,
it was really
yep.
good.
Good to meet you. Cheers,
So
guys.
yeah,
We'll
oh,
get your uncle to retweet this, and hopefully he can hack the UCI account, and we'll really pump the numbers, mate.
Sounds
Leave
good.
it with
Please
you.
do.
we'll get
I'll
your dad to
fake it.
do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
He knows
All
what
right,
I mean. He probably
the
wouldn't
work
do it
starts
either.
now, Dunks. It doesn't stop when the show finishes.
That's it, mate.
It's when we get to
Yeah,
work.
100%,
Good one,
mate.
mate.
And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, mate. Really appreciate it.
Alrighty. Cheers,
So.
guys. See you later.